Our line.
Lit his face like an X-ray. The fuck best, what your neck say? I know. Street life, and it's the only life I know. And I'm gonna go like a green light. Green light, have mercy on my soul.
Yeah, dude.
This is just wrong.
I barely put anything in there. If you want to act 13, I would have got your Capri Sun.
Y'all know they got recalled.
Capri Suns?
They had a cleaning agent in the
I see that. Capri Suns?
Wow.
What was it? The Capri Suns.
All my chocolates is soft.
So it was messing like they found that and it possibly like
Hey, shout out to Shondo Blades. This is like Yay. If you a Yay fan, then you're gonna be feeling this.
I like this. I do what I want. I like that.
yeah, it's fun.
What you do and mean what you say. They think of the world as black with the white. It's right in the middle, it lives in the gray. Created the liquors and building the brain. Just being yourself, that shit really pays. I'm feeling like yeah, you know I be feeling like yay. They making the light seem like it's the dark. Some more city niggas be sleeping at day. Controlling your sight, controlling your ears. Some of the images that you portray. Stand up like a man, I do what I want. All black in this bitch got me feeling like yay. I'm feeling like yeah in this bitch. I can't slow down, keep moving.
I'm feeling like yay in this bitch.
Yeah.
What's good, everybody? It's your favorite host, Izzy Rich, and you're tuning into Sipping Rich TV. I know I've been missed, guys. It's been weeks going too long. But, I mean, shut up, bitch. You never laughed back there.
Pipe down.
No, but, yes, I've been missed. I'm here, guys. Yes. Instead of saying, you know how people like, you've been missed. No, bitch, I've been missed. But, of course, to the left of me are my two favorite official co-host stars.
Hey,
Hi.
it's getting juicy tonight.
Right. I really want to start off by saying, unfortunately, I don't know if you guys know, but like my auntie, Auntie Carrie, that's my auntie.
Oh my
And
God.
yes, it's so sad to know that she was traveling in Italy and in the Hamptons. And why the fuck, while my auntie's out there having her time of her life, someone burglarized her $5.6 million mansion in Atlanta. 13 bedrooms, 2 pools.
They ain't got no security?
10 bathrooms. Yes, but the thing is, Atlanta, you can have bodyguards.
Still
It don't
get
matter,
popped
right?
off.
But yes,
Damn.
I was just like, damn. Speaking of the camera part, like surveillance, what was slacking that day?
Right. For real.
Because
Insurance.
yeah, I don't see how you know, not to discredit my auntie or anything, but girl, what were you doing? What was your team doing?
Yeah. Where is the security cameras? Where are the dogs? No
Right.
dogs barking. No ring doorbell. Bitches don't got ring bells no more.
Oh, my ring bell flash every damn
I'm
minute.
trying to tell you.
Well, luckily there wasn't that many things stolen out of her place, so she was able to recover things with insurance. So, yeah. But yes, we've been gone for 2 weeks, guys. Last week it flooded. It kind of flooded, kind of not flooded, but it was raining real hard over here in this side of town. And this is a side of town where, you know, if it's raining, you stay your ass at home.
And you can get stuck, basically,
Yes.
like some of us.
Yes.
Shout out Pete the Mastermind. Thank you for tuning in to the
Yes.
Sipping Rich Tea.
Yes.
Bow, bow.
So, do you guys know that for me, I used to live in New York and I used to walk around and always see these pigeons. And when Aaron came to New York, he saw how hood them pigeons and squirrels are out there. And they're just not resourceful whatsoever. But why the fuck was I reading something? And did you know in like Sweden, they have Swedish scientists that trained pigeons to go around and pick up cigarette butts and throw them away.
Oh, wow.
Right.
That's
I'm like,
deep.
what the fuck? So yeah, basically the crows, they're not pigeons, they're crows. But the crows are deployed and they go out and pick up cigarette butts and like plastic butts and things like that, and then bring it back to the facility and then they recycle it or trash it or however they dispose of it. But I thought that was pretty cool. I was just like, why isn't American scientists not coming up with things like that?
Right.
Like getting a fucking cat and
That's the
training that cat.
Right.
Right, they're like 10 steps ahead of us. And it's pretty crazy because 62% of the pollution of the country has actually became more clean. So it's a benefit. Clearly, they don't give a damn, but the crows are showing them that with our help as an animal, we can get this together time at the same time. I think that is just so fucking crazy. A damn crow is doing man's work.
Right.
Wow.
But I'm trying to figure out how they train the crows, and then like, what are they giving them to reward them for cigarette gathering? Or
right. I wonder if they have like a
questions.
Well, you know, I saw this white guy on YouTube. He was training squirrels in his backyard to run a marathon, and their reward was when they like complete the challenge, they get nuts or whatever. So it is so crazy because at first, and it's so crazy that he has time. I don't know if he has a job or not because the way he's set up, it's the time lapse of like 50 days, and it's different squirrels. He fucking named the squirrels. That's how you know he doesn't have a job.
Okay.
He sits at home. But long story short, like he built different like obstacles, and the squirrels have to actually go through the obstacles, and when they get to the end, they can get the nuts or whatever, or they'll step on something and drop all of them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's actually pretty interesting. I think it's dope. But
It's crazy.
yes. Whew, guys, I need to spill some tea right quick.
Hello, T.
So as we all know, Kim Kardashian is always perpetrating in these streets. And yes, I said perpetrating. That went left, right?
Yeah.
But basically, did y'all see her new collaboration with Beats headphones?
Yes.
The Melanin skin tones?
Yes. How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about that? I feel like the only thing that you can really convey and say I'm a part of Black-wise is when they're inside of you. Outside of that, it's like, girl,
Right.
you have no room
But
to try to come out here and try to do a skin tone collaboration or
She said those are her
ethnic.
favorite nudes.
I'm so sure. Have you seen
And
the
then they
selection of man
showed-
she fucked?
Pete, Ray J,
Right.
and Kanye West.
Right.
I was like, the internet is definitely undefeated at
Let's
this
not
point.
forget her NBA ex-boyfriend Chris that didn't last no longer than 3 episodes of the show.
Right. Watch
So-
the lost her diamond earrings.
Sweetheart, I just felt like that was just a little overboard, a little disrespectful because
Another way for her to profit off of marketing.
right. Not to mention, I understand you have mixed kids and you want to keep them cultural, things like that. But even the things that she just tried to do for herself that I don't know, like I feel like you should never take away from your ethnic from your children, right? But if I'm a white male and the mother of my child is African American, I'm not about to go and get a fade as a white man. That's not even my style, but I'm just gonna adjust to it because it's cute. I'm not gonna go get a fade and then try to make sure I have, because I know how I am. My forces or my J's or all of this, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna try to perpetrate something I'm not just because I'm fucking you and you're a
Right.
different person. You're showing me your culture. I would love to be a part of it. You know, give me some fried chicken, some mac and cheese and shit, and invite me to the cookout.
Right.
But you know I'm not about to cook at the cookout. You know your place.
Right.
So yeah, that's basically. I'm just like, girl, please.
I actually saw an ad that she was doing because she's pushing some new non-beef or something like that, some non-beef burger or non-beef
right.
meat,
Oh,
and like
I saw that.
she was biting it, but it
But the
didn't have
burger
a
didn't have a-
bite.
yeah.
Yeah, so she was just like all this, and it's like nothing happening. I was just like, wow. Nobody tapped her on the shoulder or
It's
nobody
sad.
caught, hey, maybe we should put a bite missing from this that she just bit out of it. Like,
They didn't want to say, anybody in the back, can you bite this right quick so it
Right.
look realistic?
You know, that was somebody that didn't like her. They was ready to expose.
but I'm just saying the
The fake
fact she
shit
did
that
it though.
she
She
does.
still did it though,
I would have
regardless if
stopped
someone
and said, wait,
exposed or
guys, can we at least get a bite mark in here? Was that Paris Hilton or was that Jessica
Definitely
Simpson?
Paris Hilton
That-
sounds like
Oh,
it.
that did the Burger King commercial with the burgers?
I love Paris Hilton.
Or was it,
I do too.
what's the other one called? The Carl's Jr. Burger or something like that?
Oh yeah, I used to have bad bitches biting the Carl's Jr. burgers,
Yes.
and then
Oh, my God.
it was just falling everywhere.
I went there just because of that commercial.
Ah, a
That
lot
shit
of
got me
people
sick
did.
every time.
Ah.
I'm like, oh, new bitch, new burger.
New bitch, new burger. You childish.
I'm like, I'm going to try it out. Get there next day. Oh, did they microwave this?
Right.
They had the
For real.
Pussycat Dolls do commercials.
Yes.
Carl's Jr.?
Carl's Jr.'s,
They never eat any
yes.
sloppy burgers.
They'll be like
They was
Mustangs or pickup trucks. I believe Pamela Anderson did one as well.
Yeah.
I was just about to say Jessica
It was a bunch of
Simpson.
Yeah, Jessica
different
Simpson did one.
Wow.
females that did
It definitely was like the Playboy of burgers.
Yeah, it
And
was.
all the burgers are trash. And
They
They are, and they're just horrible. They're
Definitely
actually going out of
horrible.
business, so I understand.
think they got bought or sold or something like
Or
that.
collaborated. I don't know.
Speaking of restaurant faux pas, did you hear about Rick Ross?
Yes, his cousins and family members. So basically, they got fined because they were making their employees pay for training classes, and also it was something else that they were doing.
Their uniform expenses.
Yes.
And like certain overtime things weren't. People got owed overtime.
Yeah,
There's a
it just
couple other
numbers
things,
wasn't adding up.
basically.
So they got fined,
and they were paying them less than what the minimum wage was supposed to be, or something like that.
So do y'all know if they were doing that here in Houston at the Taste Bar?
Oh, I heard about that.
They was doing that at Taste Bar.
And they was charging the employees.
Oh yeah,
and not paying them.
Guys, we
Y'all
have
gotta pay
to
attention.
we have to really support the people that's helping our business be thriving and successful. You can't cheat them because you're cheating yourself in the long run. You got a fine now. Now you have a reputation of a fine. If you would have just did that the right time, the first thing, the right time, the first time.
Really, Wingstop is a franchise, so they really could drop your ass and be like, "Nigga, you fucking up the franchise.
Right.
You not following the rules, and we're gonna."
And this is what you're making us feel like our image is not worth your face.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's pretty fucked up. And as well, you said Taste Bar? Wow.
I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah. Okay, so people are really getting over in this hospitality industry.
And it wasn't just them. It was like a list on Twitter of like 5 top restaurants that's black owned that everybody know about, where they charge you to do the training, charge you to pay for your uniform, charge you to actually work almost like a strip club, and they don't pay. Like people's checks been getting returned. And so,
that's crazy. First off, if my check get returned, I'm coming up there with my family. We about to eat out, have fun, drink, get it all, and be like, hey, my check returned, so this tab about to return to you guys.
Okay, ain't even nobody there to take the tab and make the food if you're not paying people.
That's crazy. But you know what's so crazy? A lot of these people, they just want to have a restaurant. They just want to say they're doing something. They have no experience in the hospitality industry or in the restaurant or the bar and laws and shit like that. So,
and now in their defense, he actually is an accredited chef.
Oh, well, that's good for him. I'm talking about a lot of people that's just like a lot of black people that's coming out and doing that. Yeah, but that's good to know because that's a good thing for him. I got more credentials. I'm actually thriving. I have education behind this. But I was thinking about like in Atlanta how Young Jock, Carly Red, Rashida, Tiny, everybody has a restaurant. And it's not even thriving like that.
They don't have the actual business experience behind it because you can be a chef and you can like do your thing, but if you don't have actual experience, then or business experience, your business is gonna fail. Same with anybody. You can have the expertise of something, but if you don't have actual business experience, like actual schooling or anything like that, then your business is probably gonna fail in that department, especially if you don't hire anybody for it. So it's like a lot of people trying to do it all themselves just to cut corners and not pay.
It's a lot behind starting a business that people really don't understand. You have to be ready to, like Aaron tells me, to do the work.
You thought your 9 to 5 was something? Work for yourself. Okay? That's 24/7, 24/8.
I don't promote to any of my clients or anybody to quit your job. Just because, like, some people are not built for that. Some people lifestyles aren't built for that. You still have bills to pay, so that's like unrealistic to like, oh no, go quit your job and start working for yourself. Because the money not gonna flow immediately. It's probably gonna take you about 6 months to actually see a consistent flow, or longer. And so,
and if you don't have like a clientele, let's just say that, I'm getting tired of my job. I want to work for myself, and I'm a photographer, or I'm a hairstylist, or I'm a mechanic. I have the type of trade or a different talent that I know for a fact I've been making money off of outside of this job as an extracurricular. But how can I go full time with this and not be struggling from not having a job? So you really have to put yourself in a situation to where you have to have an extra strategy for every situation.
Like take that job and use that money to pay for classes that works towards, so you get a little expertise. Take that money and pay for your LLC, pay for all the stuff to structure your business, but keep that job to fund your dream. And then once you start getting a consistent flow of income, that's when you have room to quit your job.
As long as, and then you have to save. And when I say save, you can't look at your account and be like, I have $5,000, I'm good. No, because the first comes really quick. And even $10,000 is a good amount, but you still have to have direction. You still have to be very disciplined when it comes to that, because it's
And a
not
business plan.
hard to easily say, hey, you tap into this. Definitely have to have a business plan, have your financials estimated out for the next 2-3 years. You know, you have to have projections out there. Numbers don't lie, but numbers add the fuck up. And people love to see numbers outside of the words. They want to see numbers. Where's this money going? How can I help you? If I help you, how can I help myself helping you, you know? So it's just impulsive just to be like, oh, I'm going to do so good. I'm going to quit my job because the faith that I have. And okay, keep that faith, but be smart about the faith.
Right.
Put yourself in a situation where you're not struggling while being so faithful.
That'll make you real unfaithful real quick when you start struggling.
Bitch, you'll be back on Indeed, okay? Real quick.
And I've been there. I'm not gonna leave it front. I've been there before.
As an entrepreneur,
yeah, as an entrepreneur, because I'm like, look, the money is not coming in consistent. The income is not coming in for other people. Like the income is not coming in for like a lot of people like it's supposed to. So you know that affects your income as an entrepreneur.
That does.
It falls down your flow. So you have to have some kind of savings plan, some kind of plan. So
hustle.
It forces you to go back into.
I just love that word, hustle.
Yeah, like it forces you to go back into that mind frame. So I've been there, like I said. Now, I don't shame people who do it. However, you have to get like an actual flow, like a stream.
Yes.
It's like a machine. You
have to be smart about
get it up and going. And it takes like a year or two to get it going, get it consistent. You have to hire the right people. Use like the free tools that they have, and like or outsource like work for cheap on we were talking about it earlier on Fiverr.
Oh yeah, Fiverr definitely having
upskill. You could get like if you need HR help, if you need a tax person, if you need somebody to do certain things, you get on upskill. You get on like all of those and like outsource the work so that you're not stressed out or overworked trying to, do everything at once. Because that's how you're going to feel trying to do everything if you're cheap.
Yes. Well, guys, I want to say something right quick. I'm not from Texas. I've been in Houston for a little while, but I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with Missouri City, right?
Real sure.
What do you guys know about Missouri City? Like, that's
Houston.
Where you're from, so right.
Like, look, it's not Houston.
It's not.
Just Brittany.
Okay, it's not Houston. River Oaks is not Houston.
That was cool.
Medical City is not Houston.
I was like, wait.
It really wasn't cool.
First off, girl, you make
it.
Houston look bad.
I was like,
well, you know what, y'all? I like just Whitney as a person outside of her music and stuff. I admire. One thing I admire, because I don't care how whack everybody else may see your talent, I admire that she's persistent.
She is
she's
very persistent.
She keeps coming.
Yeah, like that's one thing that I do admire about her.
Is she from Mo City or Houston?
No, she's not from Mo City.
Well, that makes sense because you're not from Houston. Never mind. But so why was a father taking his kid to the school bus in the morning and found an alligator in the front yard? So he wrestled it down and actually got it. Yes, duct taped it down and everything. He's a professional jiu-jitsu instructor. Say it for me again.
Jiu-jitsu instructor.
Jiu-jitsu instructor. That's what he is professionally. And he got his ass down there with his cowboy boots and got that fucking alligator and saved his family.
I know that's right.
From an alligator.
From an alligator. So how I wanted to say, because if you guys are familiar or not, how rare or often does that occur where you see alligators coming out of the bayou or the lakes into your property in Texas or in Houston? Have y'all seen, witnessed, or heard of that any other time?
I've been to a lake with my white family, and they have crocodiles in the lake.
Crocs.
Yes. So if you had a house or stuff out there, I'm pretty sure they got that regular.
That makes sense. Like in Florida,
like
you have alligators swimming in your
Let's not pretend like the alligators are probably there first. They probably built the houses where the alligators are. This nigga was probably somewhere else. He probably came back and was like, "Oh shit, this is not what it was when I first." You know what I mean?
What is this thing in front of me?
What is this going on? Last time I came here, I left a couple eggs. You know what I'm saying? So there's people over here.
I can't wait to see my children.
Right, and
it's a motherfucking
house,
building.
and I get duct taped the fuck down and attacked by some nigga.
I still didn't find my kids. Look at that. That sounds like slavery. Oh my god.
I always say that about dogs.
Wow.
And stuff.
I knew he was going to say that when I said that.
Yep. Because I'm like, dogs, we treat them like, oh my God, that's my little cute animal. But in reality, you snatch them up, like they're like the most trapped thing ever.
Snatch is such a horrible word.
It's terrible, especially when you pay for them.
Right.
It's not snatching.
I'm invested.
And that's how people feel about the people that they buy or whatever, the organs that they buy that are trafficked. They're like, it's mine, I paid for it.
You take it from the mama.
You do, and you pimp the mama out, you make her go and have a bunch of babies, then you take the babies, you sell the babies. So you separate the family, they never get to return back to that family, and then now they get this new owner, and now they're this new person all of a sudden, and they take on to the owner just naturally, and now they just have to love you, and they believe in everything that you do, like they put all the trust in you, and they don't want to go back to their family, like they don't even remember that.
Yeah, that's what I say, they forget.
Just like when people get trafficked, they end up, oh no, I fell in love with my, captor or whatever.
I totally agree with you, and you're not wrong whatsoever. But I know my happy lives a lavish life. She's loving every second of it. That bitch don't give a fuck who her mama is because she has Izzy. And my sister has, my sister is a whelper, part-time, and she breeds Frenchies, but both the mom and dad is there. The brothers and sisters are there. And it's like 8 of them in one household. And they still have other studs that come and mate with them. But yeah, I definitely do see, because, they do get sold off, and I wouldn't say trafficked, but I would definitely say, they are in a new household. But majority of the time, when you're investing $5,000, $10,000, even $2,000, even $500 on an animal, you're not going to mistreat your money that you just paid. And then when you get that attachment to them, it's like, oh my gosh, you are more than just what I paid. You're priceless.
But I'm sure the slaves thought the same thing. They're like, wait, you paid for me, and now you over here beating on me, making me this and that.
Well, I mean, in that sense,
who's making their dog do slave stuff? Right, like my dog is not picking cotton.
No. I'm not saying the dog is, but I'm just saying in that sense, it's like, because he said
I get the direction. I can't compare animals to humans though. Because that's just like when you go to the zoo, that's fucked up how they have them animals in there and strip them away from their family. They didn't get paid because they didn't pay nobody. They just went and purged these fucking animals and took them. I mean, I get that. That's horrible. And I definitely don't agree with that aspect of it. But if I see a cute little dog and this is a good one, for me, and I want to buy this dog, and I take care of this animal, and when you hear me, my dog is with me and nothing else, it's different connection that you build with that. So
I think it's I
definitely don't want to take away from that statement, because it is true. It is true. But again, the investment I pay for, I'm going to treat it like priceless. You get people who pay for shit and still pay for animals and mistreat them. And that's a horrible thing, but
my baby has no complaints.
Girl, Happy cussed me out the other day.
Oh, that was.
We volunteered at a function for
It was a back to school function.
Yeah,
all in gym.
Yeah, all in gym.
Justin Allen was sponsored by.
And we went there, and I forgot Happy was on the balcony. So when I came back, because she likes to sunbathe, she's a prissy dog.
Right.
But she was sunbathing, and I was running out the door, and I came back home, and I was like, Happy, and she didn't run to me, so instantly my heart dropped. So I was like, where the fuck is my dog? And then I went to the French doors and saw her outside. I was like, oh my God. So when I opened the door, and I've never heard her do this, she was just like, arr, 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 arr.
Because you left her out there?
Running in circles, flipping over.
She cussing you the fuck out.
Happy, I'm so sorry. I would
never
do
seen her do that.
Yeah, it was definitely a different experience.
Oh my God.
I felt horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible when you do that. I've done that. I've accidentally, because Nipsey likes to go into the closet and get whatever or hide whatever.
Right.
And I'm not knowing, I'm getting dressed and I'm not knowing he done went in the closet. So I leave and close the closet.
Out the door.
I come back home, nigga. I done left this nigga in the closet. He's been in the closet the whole time. Right.
Stuck in the closet.
I'm like, Nipsey. I'm coming in. I'm like, where are you? Because he usually, comes to the stairs when I'm home. And I'm like, where are you? And I look for him. I'm like, and then I hear
hear that shivering and shit. Oh my God.
No, he was mad. I let him out. He was like, he hit me with his paws. He
want his lip back.
Yeah.
Dang.
How dare you?
That's crazy. But not crazy. And then this baby falling out the car on I-69 in Houston.
Somebody baby fell out the car?
Girl.
How your baby fall out?
My point exactly. Not to mention, you don't have your child lock on, and the baby was not clearly buckled into a seatbelt.
Was it a baby or like
probably like a 3-year-old at the most?
Okay, a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
No, when you say a baby, I'm like thinking like a toddler.
Infant,
you know, not an infant. It had to be a kid that was fucking around with the door, old enough to play.
But yeah, 3-year-old's definitely a baby. But I was more so like a active child, like 3 years old, 2 years old, maybe.
Right. Like he was still okay though.
That little baby, she fell out the car, looked around. Mama stopped and got up, and I'm just like, good thing for dash cameras on cars nowadays, because it was all captured. And not to say she's an unfit mother or anything. I'm not judging her parenting skills. I don't know what the fuck she's going through, but I'm just glad that she was safe. It was captured, and the baby's not harmed.
That is crazy.
But yeah, I'm just like, damn, that's not the only thing, because it's a lot of like street racing going on in Houston. Somebody's at your door again, sweetie.
Whose phone is that?
I don't know.
My phone is definitely on vibrate. I lied. Oh. It's definitely my phone.
Oh my God, we was playing Clue and we got to it.
I'm the murderer.
Wow, what weapon did you use? A ring?
It's Miss Lovey.
It's sponsored by Ring.
But yes, a lot of people are like street racing and driving fast and stuff. So a nurse crashed into a family and killed 6 people.
She crashed into a gang of families. Yes. She crashed into 6 cars.
Yes.
Like, it was terrible. Did you see the video?
She was going 90 miles per hour. Them cars.
The one in LA?
Yeah, the one in LA.
Yeah,
and of course she was from Houston.
Yeah.
And she just got broken up.
They didn't even have to say all of that. Right. It happened in LA, leaving in LA.
Right.
Bringing Houston some bad news.
They had to figure it out.
Right. But she definitely had a history of mental health issues, a history of crashes, so
wow.
It's just a lot. Like then that one lady, I just watched the interview and she was talking about she didn't even know it was her relative that had got killed because the relative was just a Jane Doe.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's crazy. And then the cycle of life, you never know who's involved, who's so close by, who's affected, who's not. It's just crazy. I think it's so senseless to be going that fast anyway. And in LA, that's not a place where you go 90 miles at all.
My whole thing is in LA, they have a lot of cliffs. If you wanted to commit suicide, you could have took that upon yourself. You didn't have to bring other people in there.
You don't do that to nobody else.
You should have left that at Bella Noche.
They were driving down the street just thinking they were going to go do what they
thought
they were going to go do.
It was the babies that got killed for me. It was a baby. This lady was talking about a baby.
One lady was pregnant.
Yeah, she died.
The
craziest part, huh? I was going to say the craziest part is the fact that she lived. She walked away.
Yeah.
And then everybody else goes through that.
Yeah, everybody else died. And she fucking ups and walks away.
Because that was a selfish decision, though. That was so selfish.
But no, did y'all see the boys that got killed fighting in the street in Chicago?
No.
Yes, it was a hit and run.
Girl, this video Aaron showed me was very graphical.
Hey. But yeah, it was crazy. These boys got like they was literally in the streets arguing, and a car came flying out of nowhere and hit them.
And then it's so crazy how they have 2 different angles of it, and that was a driver going probably 80, 90 miles per hour, instantly killing them. Like there were no, and then their body flew and just drugged down the street. It's very crazy that you can't even go out and have fun not knowing
mind you, these
if
were
it's your last
young,
night to have fun.
Handsome guys or whatever.
Yes,
so
and even though they were having an altercation, this car, and it was a hit and run. So that car had nothing to do with them.
They was just running niggas
just
over because they was in the
motherfucker. Probably drunk. We didn't get deeper information, but
this the video.
Girl.
Oh my God. Oh,
yes.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Very much so graphical.
Sorry for the
my God.
Yeah. Responses, guys.
So sorry.
You can't see what we see, but it's definitely triggering. I need to know.
See how those bodies hit the ground when they float?
Ew. Yo.
That's why I'm scared of the street. But you could be on the sidewalk too. Like,
and these were
people should just drive People should just drive accordingly.
Terrible.
It's crazy.
That motherfucker probably wasn't even paying attention. That's the coldest lick. Motherfucker probably wasn't even paying attention. Probably on the cell phone. Probably doing the most.
And then realized, damn, I can't stop.
And kept it moving.
Like, that's crazy. Well, on that note, guys, we're going to give them a silence of respect and rest in peace for all the fallen angels out here. We're going to take a break and come back with some gossip, some juicy news, some new hair tips, and I have a surprise for everybody. Stay tuned. Yes.